example with the Obama function that takes in certain things. And I imagine you want to access the image's original pixel color. So that's what I just printed. As you print image, square bracket, column, and row, these are every single pixel in my image, which was I think the Bount one, AV Bount, that image with a little cat that's muscular. All these are its pixel colors, okay? And notice in these little tuples, you have the red, the green, the blue. I think this one's like brightness or opacity or something like that, the see-throughness. Right now, there's no variation on that, so it's all 255. But it's these numbers that I think you want to access. For example, you want to average them together and then create a grayscale version of your image. Yes, that's one of your functions. So down here, you can do that by let's say for each pixel, right, you're going to need a variable. This is going to hold the average, okay? And then it's just like from before. You actually did this in the given code. There's this right here that already did that, but you just needed to remember it inside putPixel, inside your main function where you actually did saving. Yeah. And then you also did that, whether you realized it, it was handed to you in the very beginning. You have to determine like how bright something was in order to turn it into like black or white. So it's really this line right here. Okay? So notice their pixel, right, is something we passed in. Their arguments was actually this whole thing, image, input, row, and column. So you can do something similar, right? Like you can call this temp pixel, okay? And you've stored it there. The average is going to be temp pixel, the very first thing, so you have to go 0, plus, you guessed it, the second thing, plus the third thing. And in case it becomes, like when you average it, divide by 3. And just in case it becomes a decimal point, with colors, there are no decimals involved. The computer won't know how to get like 2.5 of a red intensity, so keep it as an integer. AVG is the one you'll put into, where is it? Okay, we're no longer doing Obama. Okay, so we're gonna comment that out. Instead, we're gonna do something here. There is no if-else involved. We're just changing all the pixel colors to now be gray. So we borrow this line from before, image.output. PutPixel is the one that overwrites a pixel location. And now you're going to write average for all these three things. Average, average, average. You notice when the three numbers match, you get either black or white or somewhere in between. Okay? This is how we accessed individual red, green, and blue values, because you're going to need this if you're just to like ignore the green portions of your original image, or ignore the red, ignore the blue, or do some other fancy things. You have to access the original pixel's color. And this is how you do it. Notice the use of square brackets. Although it's a tuple, it's very similar to an array. You just go one level in, right? Each pixel inside a image has a pixel object, right? But that's just another list, RG and B values. So you have to go to that individual pixel from the row and column, and then go one layer in again with these 0, 1, and 2, and 3, right? Okay, so let's see what happens. Right now, I'm still working with the AV Bount PNG, and then at the bottom, I'm going to save it to output 2. I think, yeah, I am. This is being recorded. I'm going to share this code afterwards too. So this time I properly forked it. This is a new one. It doesn't add on to the base code like I accidentally did yesterday. So here's my original image. It's the colorful one. Let's see what happens when I run it. I deleted my print statement, so I chose this specific image because it's shorter. It's smaller in size, so it won't take as long compared to like sky. And we see the little arrow pop up. So as we click on output 2, there's the grayscale version of your original image. You still see the contrast, you see the depth involved, like the letters are brighter because it was red, the background's still like a darker gray, it's a black. Okay, so there's your third point. Modify it. Go above and beyond, get some extra credit. That's a question.
Specific.
Yes. Okay, any general questions on today's process? You're accessing individual pixel colors, right? Individual RGB values. Emphasis is on the square brackets. Now let me go back to the code right here. Okay. In my example, I created a temp pixel like this, but you could have went something like that. This would have also worked, but that's really confusing. Yes. Image underscore input square bracket row column square bracket again 0. Yes. Okay. That's the nested loop idea. The loop inside a loop. You have to go many layers in or many levels out. This line of code works same as this one, except this one's a bit more readable because now you're at the pixel level, and now you know I want the red, I want the green, I want the blue. Good. So have fun with this.